Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome.
That shadow was Shadow.
You got to see the brief view of Shadow. Here she comes again. There she goes.
It's like a giant cat.
Hey, everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Just giving Shadow a way out if she's looking for one. As she paces back and forth. But she finds her own way, as she always does.
Hey, Foxy.
Okay, well, I'm fresh back from cat sitting. It was a joy, as it always is with our son's cats. They're so sweet. They're so sad. I know they're missing them. But I do the best I can to entertain them while I'm there. So I can do...
I read or fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah, but at least he's a
But
body
I do the
there.
cat litter.
That's true. Well, so do I.
I've done it more.
I think I've been there more, so I've done it more.
I only have your word on that.
Okay, well, we'll just leave it at that. All right, well, anyway, as I'm manically writing the list off of violets, I hope everybody's having a great day. I have got a brand spanking, hot off the press, well, I don't know how new it is really, Oracle from Hay House today that was delivered to me, and it is so beautiful, I must use it now. It is called the Healing Spirits Oracle by Gordon Smith. The back of the cards look rather healing, don't they, Mr. O?
It's a caduceus.
So, nice cards. I thought I'd use them today, give them a trial run. They're just gorgeous. They'll look beautiful on camera, too. They're only read upright, Mr. O, so I'm going to have you roll at random. There's a number in one of the corners of the card on the bottom, so just tell me what that is. And then there's a saying you can read to people, a little phrase, if you so desire. All right. Oh boy, but they're new, so you know what that means. They'll be a little bit rough to pull one out. Good luck. There you go. Awesome.
Number 24.
Okay.
Happiness is freedom from fear.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. And these cards are divided up by messages of healing from different entities. This is from the Healing from Spirit Guides. I am happy because I know that I am guided by a spirit who has watched over me all my life. I am happy because I know that as a spirit, I can never die. I am happy because I know that love is growing in my life and I have overcome all my fears. I was able to do this because I asked my spirit guide to teach me to be like them. Spirit guides can only work with what they are given, and you are a worthy student who has risen to every task you have been presented with. When you meet your challenges with dignity and honor, you grow spiritually. Every moment is now a blessing. And you know, I like this attitude, obviously, of being happy about overcoming fears. You know, I can really relate to that. And also that you never die. You know, you are hey, we will live on. You know, it's all very good. I love this too, that the spirit guides, we have to remember there are guides around this. We may not realize it, we may not feel it every day, but just know, that there are spirits and beings watching over you, sending you messages from time to time, and looking out for you.
Fear is one of the great motivators of almost everybody. The fear of this, the fear of not that, things like that. So to escape that sense of fear overwhelming you is true freedom, which should bring happiness.
Yeah. Beautiful card, beautiful message. That's what we have for everybody today. Be happy and think about the things that make you happy. Surely, even in some of our dark days, because I know some of us out there are having some dark days, there are definitely things that make you happy. Hold on to that.
Mr. O is a little tired. His sleep has been kind of weird for a little while. I'm sure that super blue moon thing last night had a little bit to do with it.
I guess it could have. You're right.
So we're up with Acel, I believe, right?
I believe Acel is first. That's right. And I'm just writing down the names. I think I got everybody. It looks a little short tonight, but I don't want to jinx anything. Okay. All right. You are here, Acel. What do you have for us today? What was it again? Did you mention it?
I didn't see it.
Okay. Go ahead with your question, Acel.
So I'm warming up my Crow's Magic Tarot.
And I'm warming up the Shadowlands Lenormand again. I haven't switched out my decks yet, but I will be soon. I brought some down for the next part of the year. So I'll be switching some out shortly. I will be keeping the Golden Girls, though, through part of September at least. I like using them this time of year.
What are you waiting for, Acel? Give us your question.
Yeah, I know you're here, Acel. We need a question.
Time has no meaning except when we have a list. Somehow I think the Jeopardy theme might be...
Well, where's that timer? Oh, you brought it. Maybe we should have a 16-second timing for getting the questions out. There we go. Okay, thanks, Acel. Is there a person who's in love with me now and I don't know about it? And we'll see if anything comes up with who is he. Let's just throw 3 cards, see what it looks like. Ah, I think you're right, Kara.
I'm so glad you respelled that because I didn't have a clue.
He didn't know how to answer that.
All right, our first card, Acel, is the King of Wands, reversed. That's followed by the Seven of Wands, which is upright. And then the reversed Two of Coins. So your basic question was, is there someone who loves you now? And
here, let me throw this out there too before you answer that.
And that you don't know, and that maybe you would query who that person could be. So in the Lenormand, we have the House and Woman with Inquirer. So I'm not sure.
Well, I'm thinking no by the name. They're more negative than not. It just seems like, let me grab my wand here, one of them. It just seems like right now, you know, things are in flux for you, Acel. I don't feel there's anybody right now who is in love with you per se that you know. I think
or don't know.
Or don't know for that matter. And you know that positive reading we gave you, about who you would marry or whatever that was? It seemed to me in that reading we did indicate that that person's not in the picture yet. And I'm wondering too if that's it. There's nobody here that's showing signs of being in love with you. There's energy right now that needs to be maybe right now. I think what this is saying, this is the King of Wands reversed. So that's leading me to believe that, this person is not present yet. They're not in the picture yet. I just feel that way with the King of Wands, because generally with the King of Wands, it's somebody who's very hidden or doesn't want to stand out. And I don't think we're, because of this Two of Pentacles here, I don't think we're talking about a situation where they're just lurking in the shadows. They're loving you from a distance. I just feel they're not here yet.
And I feel that Seven of Wands says you're alone. You're standing alone. You're standing for yourself. You're standing in expectation of something.
I like that. Very good.
But the Two of Coins reverse may be saying that you are thinking, or you should be thinking, about maybe being a little bit more proactive in this matter. That maybe the time for you to just sort of sit there and wait, in a sense, is gone, or that is the energy necessary to bring things to you, to not wait for it to happen, but to maybe do something to move that along.
I feel here that, well, I can't go there with that, but I like what you said. I think that's very possible as well, Estelle, and necessary, We can't just wait for something to come to us. We have to make some moves or put ourselves out there in a way so that you get noticed, which could be another reason why the King of Wands is here reversed. It could actually be a message for you saying that you need to get more recognition and noticed by people in order for somebody to fall for you. But here it looks like, as Mr. O said, I loved what he said here. You're gaining strength. You're standing on your own 2 feet here. You're looking out for your own interests now. And you are truly becoming comfortable, in your own skin, and recognizing that you are ready more than ever for something new to enter your life.
Yes, and when I look at that King of Wands reverse, which I really didn't say much about, I sort of believe that indicates that maybe there is no one who is attracted to you at the moment. The idea of the charismaticness of the king in this regard, and or the sense of maybe feeling like you are in control of that. It just doesn't seem like that's on the deck right now. So the Lenormand, did you already?
Yeah, I did. I said this is where I felt she was comfortable in her own skin.
Yeah,
becoming
I kind of
more...
agree with that. I sort of feel like this is saying your focus is mostly going to be around what it takes to feel safe and secure in your home, in your life.
Well, and also safe and secure to be able to, put yourself out there more too, to attract somebody towards you. And, I understand, we all come from different cultures and things are different, but, there are places you can go, events, festivals, libraries even, where you can, educational places where you can meet people. And so this is important to just be present, and be secure in that, be willing to do that. It's like Mr. O said with that Two of Pentacles here. So that's what we have for you at present, Estelle. Good luck with that.
All right.
The door is open. That's all I can say. But there's nobody stepping through yet.
So Libra asks, what are MJB's true intentions towards them?
Okay. I'll get a deck.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're very welcome.
And of course, when we speak of Baphomet, Baphomet is sort of like a transgender kind of spirit entity being, the classical image, where there's womanly parts and there are male parts. So it is interesting, but maybe that represents the idea that healing is a process that maybe unites the parts of our brain that function on intuitive as well as practical levels. And of course, nurses would exemplify that, but maybe some doctors do too. I know I sound like I'm throwing doctors under the bus there, but I have always found nurses to be more about the hands-on healing.
And you mentioned Raven Grimassi, the late Raven Grimassi, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has passed on, and we did get to meet him. I went to a lecture of his at one of the events locally. Very nice person.
Yeah, he's very decent.
Very knowledgeable. He did something, I believe it was about the ancestors. It was around the time one of his ancestral books came out. And it was just really good. It was just...
His books are always worth reading over and over again. Although I can't say that I've done that with every single one of his books. We have a number of them.
And of course I have his cards. One of them, which his decks, The Well-Worn Path.
Yeah, those are really interesting.
Right. MJB's True Feelings, right?
Intentions.
True Intentions. Well, it's a 5 of Cups reversed. I don't know about this. It's the 8 of Cups reversed. I wasn't minding that so much until the last card, the 9 of Cups reversed.
Oy.
I know.
Well, over here in Lenormand, we have the snake and the tree. Now, keeping in mind that the second card, the tree, tends to influence in some ways or have a specific sense towards what the snake represents.
I know. I sort of want to go the other way with it, but
snake in the forbidden tree of knowledge.
Oh my gosh, that's an interesting analogy there, Mr.
Hi, Mojo. Aw, thank you.
Hey, Mojo.
But you're welcome. Our list is not very big tonight.
Yeah. Well, if you change your mind, let us know. If the list is still open, we'll be glad to do it for you. Well, Libra, it's an interesting thing here. On one hand, I feel like MJB intentions are to
return.
If they've been away from you or there's been some separations or disagreements, I feel like they want to come back. And I feel like they feel like they should for some reason. Like they want to be closer to you or with you again if they've been away. If they haven't been away, their intentions are to stick around, I feel. But there's something that is not right here with them. I will say that. They're feeling unhappy about something. They're feeling unfulfilled about something. It could be some other area of their life that is just, draining them and making it difficult for them to, navigate the relationship with you right now. I just wonder, because that's really the thorn in my side here. This 9 of Cups reversed. It's almost as if they may be wanting to stay. They maybe want things to work out, but there's something that they want that they don't feel they're getting maybe in the relationship.
Well, I don't know if this pertains directly to how we would speak of intentions, but I think this may suggest that there's a kind of baggage that they're carrying, that they feel that maybe, it didn't work out before, and that they don't necessarily have hopes, or that they don't know for sure if it will become pleasurable again, but yet they seem to be driven by the idea that there is something connective here and that they wish to stick around or they wish to come back if they've been away for a while. So I sort of get that feeling that they may have a little bit of baggage, and so that doesn't represent an intention so much, but as maybe something that could muddy the waters of their intentions.
Yeah, no, that tree and that
tree and that snake.
Jeez, and I loved what he said there. The snake in the tree of life. Well, or wisdom,
Forbidden knowledge.
Yes, yes. You know, it could mean that you're getting mixed signals from them. I don't know why I'm feeling that way. It's like you just can't seem to trust right now what they're saying. And maybe it's because they are hiding what's making them feel uncomfortable or unhappy.
I like that. I like what you're saying there.
Or if you know about that, I would say it the other way too, Mr. O. If you already know they're unhappy about something, maybe they're hiding the fact from you that they really want to be with you. It's one or the other.
I'm not getting anything more particular about that tree and the snake there at the end. I sort of feel that they may be trying to grow through their bad habits or their possible misdeeds of some sort. And so it may give me the context here that they do realize that something was unhappy and that maybe they would want that to be better. But the verdict to me is out on whether that really plays out as a good intention or not. It might be the kind of thing that we would have to look at this again, maybe.
We might have to revisit this because it is a little bit vague. This is really all about will they stay, will they go, number one. And this is truly about something that still feels lacking towards them. But I like what you just said there, too. I'm trying to...
Growing through their bad misdeeds? Or...
Well, right. That maybe they want to get beyond... You know, some deceptions or difficulties you may have had with them in the past. If you've caught them in some lies or some sort of betrayal, they're hoping that things can grow past that. That's
another idea too is that maybe certain knowledge might help you understand really where they are coming from, whether it is deception or not. And this may be knowledge that's outside of that experience, but knowledge that maybe is germane to what your past relationships were and how you do feel it is going forward.
So it's a little bit wonky. And you know, Mercury's retrograde. I gotta say that, throw that out there again. But that's the best I think that we can do right now for you. But do feel free to ask this again or in another way. Like, for example, do they really love me, or whatever, you know, relationship this is? Do they want to stay with me? Maybe we can ask something more specific next time. But it's interesting, Libra.
I hope that gives you a little bit of information, though. Maybe that'll help you mull over things.
Good luck with that.
Hi, Mr. Maurice.
Mr. M. General reading for the next 3 weeks. You've got it.
All right, so I'm going to use my Cat People Tarot for that. So good, I replaced it when I misplaced it and have never refound it. I'm positive it's sitting in a box somewhere in this house.
It could
Don't know
be.
why.
It could be.
Yeah, well, it's me, not you.
Well, it could be, but it could be gone too. I won't rule that out. And I like his Cat People one so much I bought my own.
So we have owned 3 decks.
There's one floating around here somewhere.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, maybe we should, you know what? Maybe we should do a Lenormand reading. Sometimes Lenormand readings can help you find lost objects. I don't think we tried that with your cat people.
All right, general reading. And our first card, it's the Empress reversed.
Did you just hear electronic beep?
It's the timer, dear.
Oh, it's the timer. Okay, good. Thank you. Oops, I'll do that.
And that's followed by the Chariot reversed. And then additionally followed by the Ten of Cups upright, which kind of makes everything a lot better, I think. Although I don't necessarily think that
Let's
all
see.
of those
Read
cards,
those again to me. The
Empress
Empress
reversed, Chariot reversed. Ten of Cups. Right.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag again, Mr. M. Boy, this Mercury retrograde, I really think our cards are all over the map. Wait till you see this.
The Sun.
Well, isn't that positive? But wait till you see this.
The Cross. Uh-oh. Well, for the next 3 weeks, you may be focusing more on your own issues, the Empress reverse, taking care of some things. Maybe my intuition says you're going to find that there is a matter that maybe not so much that you have not thought about it, but now presents a better opportunity to put that in motion. And in terms of taking care of yourself or your things, maybe it's an opportunity to go to a class or meeting where maybe you might discover, a new skill or something handy, but it could mean other things too.
Mr. M, it's like I think the message of these cards, I'm sorry I got to start with the middle, is slow down, just maybe, I don't want to say full stop, but for the next 3 weeks, a lot of that time is going to be during Mercury retrograde, let's face it.
And it's post-shadow.
Right? So, don't try to charge forward too quickly with things. Pace yourself. The Empress reversed is saying that too, Take care of yourself. Take care of your own needs right now, whatever they may be. If you need some time off of work and you can get it, maybe take it. And relax a little bit. I think the Ten of Cups here too is saying that too. Find some happiness and joy in life. It's out there. If we've got that Ten of Cups here, it's out there. And I also think that maybe something might come to a successful conclusion. The Ten of Cups is about that, endings that are positive and happy. So, I'm hopeful that this means that some travails that you've been going through might finally be coming to an end by, the end of the 3-week period.
No matter which of these cards we start off with, I think it's more important to consider that at the end of the 3 weeks, finds you kind of feeling happy, satisfied, maybe looking at what you really feel you have that is yours and yours alone, whether shared with others in a family situation or not, but something, feeling like you have achieved truly a modicum of what you feel makes your life happy. Now, having said that, it may seem that maybe that is the focus here, that you just have to kind of slow down and or let some things go. Maybe you've been too wired thinking about how to direct things and how to pick up the reins and move along, so maybe this is a way of saying in taking care of yourself, you do need to maybe slow down, take time to smell the flowers, or not. Maybe because it's Mercury retrograde, this is not the time to be as driven about your career goals or your other goals as you may have been.
Mr. O is just hot tonight, let me just say. But, the thing is, I like that because it kind of ties into another facet of the Empress reversed, and that is, you may feel creatively or in other ways blocked right now. And there's a little bit of that in the Chariot too, like you're feeling some obstacles that are mounting up and you feel blocked. So it's not a time to really kind of push things forward. It may be more of a time to try to just do things that will calm and clear your head, relax and unwind a little bit, so that, by the end of the 3-week period, maybe things will start to pick up pace and will come to a successful conclusion, which is why I'm wondering if we have the cross where it's at with the sun. I'm going to tackle that now, Mr.
Okay,
O.
I just wanted to mention real quick, though, that
sure.
That's interesting what you said there, Mr. Maurice, and I do feel that a lot of times that plays into the idea that you do push yourself really hard, but maybe in terms of moving towards that happy situation where you felt better, this is a time to do that, to take care of yourself and maybe do that. So it's not really a step backward, it's a step forward for yourself.
Well, try to take some breaks here, though. I understand you're going to be doing more overtime. And maybe if you like the place better, you work there better, then, it'll work out for you. But do be aware that, you probably need a little bit of downtime.
So is the sun shining on the disappointments or?
The other way here.
I know, I was waiting for you to say that.
Because I feel here, well, it is actually, because I feel like some long-term pressure, sorrow, or grief that you've been experiencing is going to come to an end. You're going to find a more successful path for yourself. Things are going to start looking up. You're going to start feeling better about things. Think about the sun in relation to that Ten of Cups here, you know? Think they fit together quite nicely. And maybe this period of inertia or blockage that's been causing you some struggles is going to feel a whole lot lighter.
Sure hope so.
Yeah, me too. I hope it works out for you.
And Violet, we have had 0.0% buffering tonight, so it's probably on your end.
Ooh.
We got nothing. All right, so who's
that's
up?
What we have for you, Mr. M. Good luck with that.
AA is up. Hi, AA.
What kind of feeling does Cancer have for Capricorn? Yeah, there's no contact in this situation. Okay, so it's my deck?
Yeah, it's your deck.
And let's see. There's that one. So sorry, Mr. M. We're going to be struggling in the months ahead to try to get it together to buy a car. But I think we're going to put it off for a while. We're going to see if Mr. O's problem is fixable for now, but at some point we've got to replace one of our cars.
And don't forget to watch my show tomorrow, the emotional exchanges, my outlook on those, and you'll see a side of Mr. O that you have not seen before, perhaps.
Oh, Mr. O? Oh, boy.
Well, I'll do anything to lure you people there, so check it out. Yes, debt is a struggle.
Well, we just, if things wouldn't break down until we're finished paying off our mortgage, it would be helpful.
Right. I've had this car for nearly 2 years after I finished paying for it, and I thought, well, I'm not driving it very far, but it does seem to be struggling. I'm going to try to see if I can keep it together a little bit longer while we're putting ourselves in a better position
and
to buy
both our
any
cars
time.
are within a year or two of each other. They're both old, so mine could go anytime. All right, so let's see what kind of feelings there are here for AA, the Cancer for the Capricorn. Let's see. Here's the Queen of Swords upright.
Queen of Swords is upright.
And there's no contact. The Two of Cups is upright, which is interesting in a case like this. And the Ten of Pentacles is upright. So,
Well, I'm going to say that maybe there still is some sort of feeling, even though there is no contact. This may be a cooling off sense between the two. I'm going to throw out the Lenormand. And the first one was the Sith, the Scythe. And the second one was the Stork. But I get the feeling like maybe, in theory at least, there is some sense of a relationship still being there, even if there is no contact. It may be possible with the Queen of Swords that somebody is just sort of abiding, just sort of in abiding. They are poised to make a decision that maybe determines where this will go, but they haven't done it yet. So that means that there still could be time for them to consider other information. And I don't know if this is the Cancer or the Capricorn, or maybe both on equal sides, because that is a sense of duality there. On the other side is the Ten of Coins, the Ten of Pentacles, and that suggests maybe there's a sense of completeness and solidarity, but it doesn't necessarily go towards emotional happiness. It may just come from the sense of feeling of belonging and feeling like there is a security that's there that is not necessarily based on emotional needs or matters?
This is really a tough one for me, especially since there's no contact. So I'm going to go with two different scenarios here for you to consider, AA. And there's a reason for that. I think you'll see it. It really has to do with these Lenormand in a way. I can't help but wonder if, the Cancer may have tried to move on. There's no contact between the two of you, but if they tried to initiate another relationship in the interim, I don't know how long, you might have mentioned it before, AA, I'm not sure how long there has been no contact, so I don't know if this has been possible. But, it might be that they're reaching a point now of making a decision of where they want to be romantically, long term. Because the Ten of Pentacles to me is about long term, finances or relationships or family ties, things of that nature. And so when I'm looking at this combination of cards, I'm thinking decision time with a relationship and where I want to be long term. So the Cancer is trying to think about this through. And then when I see the Stork and the Scythe, I almost feel like here something new is being cut. So that's why I thought, are they in another relationship right now that's not working out? I can't get that out of my mind. But failing that, if it's between the two of you, this might indicate that this new beginning, that you maybe had started, initiated at one time, has been cut. It's still showing that severing there. So I feel like there's potential here, but they haven't made up their minds, though they're trying to think about it more as to where they want to be romantically and maybe with whom. If, maybe they're still thinking about you. And as Mr. O said, I think I can't rule out that they aren't thinking about you.
Well, I wonder too if that, that could
or the
be,
Capra,
could
I don't
be,
want to assume
could be
it's you.
fungible, that maybe, the one is not necessarily exclusive, and that maybe there is somebody else, that's the newness of the Stork. It could be that maybe the new relationship could be decided against if, other considerations happen. The Queen of Swords makes harsh judgments, but they do make the right judgments.
Yes.
They may not seem fair to everybody, but ultimately they're fair in the sense of really what a sound decision should be like.
Cancer has a new relationship.
Okay.
I think I'm seeing that here. I don't know, I don't know how well it's going. So on the other hand, maybe it is getting to the point that they are considering that person long term. I can't rule that out. And maybe this is the break with you, with the Capricorn, at any rate. That could be it. But the other thing is that this could be also saying that maybe they're thinking long-term about you. It's kind of ambiguous to me. But I'll tell you this, they really haven't totally made their minds up yet.
Yes, that's the important takeaway here, is that things could still move in a direction that you might find more favorable. And I'll just say that the Sword is kind of analogous to the Scythe in a sense.
Right.
So maybe, it could even be you making the decision to move on.
Now remember, the one thing you need to keep in mind here is that, hey, only give people so much rope. That's what I'd say. Only give people so much rope. If it goes on for too long, you have to move with your life. Don't hang your life on somebody who is not in contact with you. Or that would be my best advice. But for now, I'd say, decide, make a decision how long you want to keep waiting.
And that's what we
have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, AA. So now we are on Lena. And Lena has a big old question. My question, spirit reading for September. And we are on the eve of September. So good call there. I'm
Spirit
going
reading for September. Okay.
to use the Royal Dark Tarot. You're welcome, AA, and come again. We can always look into it further at a subsequent future time. Spirit reading for September.
Oh, believe it or not, chair yoga took a lot out of me today. She had us moving, even in the chair. Oh my goodness. It was awesome, but I'm tired.
Okay, Lena, first card is the upright Three of Swords. Second card is the reversed Six of Cups. And then finally, we have the reversed Knight of Swords. So those are a little bit challenging to say the least.
We're going to be getting some repeat cards again, apparently.
There's our friend the Stork. And the Ship. Okay, so the Three of Swords is upright.
What's the center one again?
It's the reverse Six of Cups.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Well, it looks to me like there's a lot of emotional things that are happening and or things that maybe bring sorrow, bring a sense of breakups, you know. So it is possible that maybe you feel like you're separated from something you really care about, whether that's a person or a situation. So hopefully it's like nothing like, you know, your livelihood that you're separated from. But something big could happen, and this may involve a sense of you looking into yourself for the healing that you may be able to find, or to look for it where you can find it. The Six of Cups reversed, to me, I think that says that maybe some of this may have been rooted in things about your past, about, you know, longer ago. It could be very long ago, it could be more recent. So it may be something, you know, that you kind of felt was hopeless, and maybe now it is more completely withdrawn from you. The Knight of Swords reversed maybe feels like a sense of inertia, or not feeling like really strong enough to pursue this goal. So these don't sound very good for September. Hopefully they just are going to be for September, not longer than that.
Well, September's a month of, you know, sometimes people get a little melancholy as the days start to get shorter, and, you know, things start to change, the cycles start to change.
Right, moving into the dark time of the year.
But, you know, Lena, it seems as though there's some sorrows, and to me, it does seem to have its roots in the past, you know? Like something is still haunting you from your past, and it's burbling up a bit this month for whatever reasons. You know, it's affecting you, and it's affecting your outlook. It's making you feel sad, and maybe not wanting to get, you know, the best thing you can do for yourself is really to try to, you know, be around people who can uplift you, or go to situations that can uplift you a little bit and pull you out of the doldrums, the memories that might be bothering you. And that's the Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like, too, that maybe you feel in some area of your life things just aren't moving fast enough, you know? And that's kind of getting to you, too. So I almost feel these might be two separate things that are happening. I don't know why, but I do.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I do feel that whatever is causing, you know, you to feel sadder, or feel, or reflect on those things, maybe is just taking away a sense of your drive, or your ability to accomplish your goals. Like maybe it's just kind of sidetracking you because you're just a little mired in some emotional stuff right now.
It's making you feel stuck. That's a good point I hadn't thought of. And I guess what I would say too is that don't do anything. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can be kind of reckless. And so, if you're not in the right frame of mind to really take on some big goal or make some big decision, put it off if you can, till you're feeling more up to that challenge. I feel here, though, the good news for you, Lena, is that this will move on. I feel like you will come through this. September is just going to be kind of a time of remorseful sorrow, but it looks as though you will move through it. You will move through it. Change is coming, and a new beginning is coming with it. So, but I feel like probably for the better part of the month, whether it's because of Mercury retrograde or other astrological aspects, it just seems as though you're going to be moving through a phase of sorrow and memories, and then finally things are going to start to clear up, and you're going to be able to make some moves and initiate something new.
Even though it's reversed, the Knight still represents a sense of movement. So I think it coincides with the ship, because the ship is about traveling, whether it's traveling mentally, spiritually, or whether it's a physical travel. You are moving towards something new, perhaps by the end of the month, that should really help buoy, if I want to use that sea analogy again, buoy your feelings, or buoy the things that could be, going on for you in September. So I think that's what we have for you.
That's what we have for you, Lena. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck.
We are on Ladybug Love.
And I love that question,
I
Ladybug.
know. How do you want to do it?
Well, we could start off with
3 cards or yes, no?
I was going to say yes, no, but I was actually also thinking about your method. The 3 cards.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Interesting idea, but I'm not so sure I could get that to work the way I would want it to.
Well, I'll take the Lenormand then.
I'll maybe give it to you.
Oh,
Here you
Mr.
go.
O is very tired today.
We're both tired today. What's up with that?
Didn't sleep.
Yeah, you had a bad night. I think I slept okay last night. I just got up too early. Oh, but also, and I got up really early. I didn't tell you this. I was up after 5. I didn't get myself up till 6:30, but
Right.
I
was surprised when you were up at 6:30. I thought that was early for you. I had just been laying there semi-daisy, semi-tossing and turning. All right.
Let's see what we get here. We like these kind of questions. Of course, we're not always as hopeful as we want to be. Let's just see what we get. We might follow it up with a yes-no if it's not very clear. Or were we doing a yes-no? No, we
weren't.
Yeah. Just checking. The Tower is reversed. First card I drew. Yikes. I can't wait to see what Mr. O's going to do with these. The Hierophant reversed. The Six of Swords reversed. What do you got with the Lenormand?
Well, 2 of our old friends have returned.
No.
The Sith, which I shall leave there. No, I'm sorry, that's the Cross. This is the Sith.
Yikes.
The Cross and the Sith.
Well, let me ask you this, Ladybug, Ladybug Love. Do you feel anything, how should I say, malevolent about this, or just something that wants your attention? Let me ask you that before we even get started here, because I do think there might be something here.
Well, I'm going to just be bold and say that to some degree, this could be about somebody in the spirit realm or something psychic that maybe wants you to be aware.
You don't know. Okay.
Maybe wants you to be aware that there's something you need to re-examine because you may not have taken the full meaning or lesson from that. It may have been something that was really feeling, crushing at the time, but there was something that you were probably meant to realize from that, and maybe you didn't quite get that. So I'm wondering if this could be something that's trying to sort of ping on you to know that. But I also look to and say that, of course, it is probably something that is unearthly, spirit of some sort, because the Hierophant reverse talks about things that are unconventional or not necessarily within the realm of how we look at reasonable things. So it sort of represents the idea of something truly kind of, off kilter a little bit with commonality. I'm going to stop for a moment just to let Banshee weigh in here. Or do you want me to go all the way through?
Well, actually, I have another question.
Okay, you may ask.
So, I guess one of the things I'm wondering here, Ladybug, is there anybody like in your family or circle of friends who has passed on in, let's just say, the last maybe year or two, more recently even? I just want to, I'm not sure it's somebody coming to visit you that you know, but I have this sense with the Tower reversed here that there may be some unfinished business. And maybe it's not even directed at you, but maybe the spirit is here because there's some unfinished business. But if it is directed at you, it could be coming from one of your family or... Oh, yes. Okay. I'm wondering here if maybe something they wanted to tell you, something they wanted you to know, something that they maybe feel that they, are looking for closure on. I don't know. I'm sensing that in a way. Maybe that they left things in an... Go ahead. You have something you want to throw in.
This person that you say has passed, were they an unconventional sort? Were they somebody who maybe struggled to realize things, and maybe they are seeing that you might be going through a similar process, or that you are sort of dovetailing on the scenario that affected them perhaps in some way?
What's the middle card again? I can't see it.
That one?
Yeah.
Hierophant reversed.
It's kind of glary by me here.
Hi, Sab.
The Hierophant reversed. Yeah, that's right. And then this one is the...
Six of Wands?
Six of Wands.
Swords.
Six of Swords. Reversed, right?
Is this like they're trapped too?
Well,
or they're stuck here
they're
until...
here. They're earthbound for some reason. And I feel here that they've left things unfinished, possibly with you. Or, it might just be possible that they just want to let you know they're still here. And they're still with you. Now, the Hierophant to me, I'm just looking at that as saying, yeah, that's a spirit. I know you're trying to attach something to that, but I get the feeling here that this is just a spirit. It's saying it's unusual, it's unconventional. I do think it is something. They want to are you feeling, do they maybe you feel some remorse, or they feel some remorse at leaving you, or leaving things the way they were. That's why the sixth is here. And they're trying to cut some grief or remorse and let you know that, they're still here.
Is it possible that maybe in some way you might be holding them here because of certain reasons, like your own thoughts about them, your care for them, or your own feeling of maybe an unfinished business, or your reflection on things about them, that were problems that maybe you ponder about. Even if it's not that, I think the Scythe and the Cross are saying that this is an opportunity, or that they maybe are thinking you can help them cut some of these ties or things that are holding him there. Maybe there's something you need to do for them to acknowledge them in a certain way, and maybe sort of bid them well. There's no rule on spirits, really. Sometimes they stay for any number of reasons, and sometimes they need a little help from us to understand that it is okay for them to move on.
Well,
Maybe
and
that's what they seek with you.
And even if they haven't surfaced before, sometimes they come back. I don't know if it's around a death anniversary for this person or a birthday or some significant event. That should be considered too when you think of the possibilities here. And if you haven't been experiencing or encountering this before, then I just say that they're letting you know for whatever reasons. Maybe they feel you need some support right now too, and that's why they're back. I would, maybe try to acknowledge the presence in some way and tell them, if you're of good nature, you're welcome to stay. If you're not, you're definitely welcome to move, or you're welcome to move on if you need to, and just thank them for being, supportive as opposed to, not. It might be okay to acknowledge it and see if you get any other sort of, signs.
So it's real. What you're feeling is real.
I think so.
It's probably not harmful, but they want your attention for some reason. We may have kind of gotten a little bit of that, but ultimately they probably are looking for you to maybe help them move on, or maybe there's something that you need to understand is their message to you. We're not sure that we got to that part.
Well, I don't think you're imagining things,
No,
I definitely
not.
don't. There might be something to this. Your hunch may be right. Your intuition may be right on this one. So I wish you luck with that. Not all spirits are out to cause us harm, as we know. Some are there to guide us. Some are there just to support us. Some of them just want to say hello. So I'd say acknowledge them in some way, and offer, to light a candle or do a prayer for them, whatever is right, for you.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Hope that helped a little bit. And so now we are moving on to Sagittarius.
Yep. Hi, Sagittarius. Interesting reading.
That was. And I'm going to go back to the Crow's Magic Tarot for this one. I will also remind everybody that we are back on Sunday.
Yes, we
for
are.
Another round.
We're also here on Saturday.
I was going to get to that.
Okay.
Saturday, of course, is our special happy hour. We just pull one card for each person. There's no questions asked, and we just try to give you the best positive, uplifting message, possibly from the divine, for you. It's 10 a.m. this Saturday. Join us. That's Eastern Standard Time. And still waiting on Sagittarius. I hope you're there. We might have to do the countdown. We'll give you another minute or so. It's a quieter night, so we can probably afford a little bit of the time.
Fine. My goodness, we're almost halfway through the list.
And just a reminder, but our month-long modality message was up last week when the Sun moved into Virgo. It's a month-long reading, so there still may be some nice insights to take away from that. We do the reading for the modality signs of the zodiac, and if you don't know what those are, check out our show and you will find out.
Sunny, being adorable.
One of my favorite Sagittarians is one of the owners of the Arts and Craft Metaphysical Shop, which is over on the other side of the state from us. And today they posted a very silly picture of themselves. That's what the Sagittarian always does. They're a load of laughs.
Sagittarius, please respond.
Yes, I'm killing time hoping that they're there, but it may be time to put you at the end of the list if you don't show up.
We could put them at the end of the list. You have a new deck on the way, the Meraki Tarot. I think I've seen that one. Oh.
Well, I think we're going to ask for the countdown now. And, of course, that means that once the countdown's done, they will possibly return, and then we'll have to tell them
Well,
they'll have
we
to wait
might
longer
be
now.
able to get them on the bottom of this list because
But they just end up having to wait longer.
that's right. Well, they can leave their question.
Always leave a question if you think you're going to roam around, because we'll do the question and then your task will just be to navigate back to find it. We try to get the
Kara
reading
is
for
up.
everyone. Kara. Hello, Kara. So you get the Crow's Magic Tarot.
That sounds cool, Violet. I got a couple of things today. You know, Hay House had just a fabulous
Nice.
sale. A fabulous sale. I mean, I've spent more for one deck than I spent for 3. So, and it was just amazing. And free shipping. So I did pretty good.
Well, you know, Kara, I think Freya would say, watch Oberon's outlook on the emotional exchanges. Another shameless plug.
I mean, it just seems almost criminal to me to get 3 decks, 2 tarot, 1 oracle for like $35. Okay, $38. That's crazy.
So Kara has actually
Most
asked,
decks cost over 20 now.
Kara has actually asked, what does Freya have to say about what you need to know about your love life?
Oh yeah, well you can't get it on Monday. We don't want to keep people like Mr. M working.
And the first card in Kara's reading is the Upright Hanged Man. What Freya wants you to know, eh?
And yes, that is my reading. Do you want to stop there and just do that one?
Okay.
What
So
does Freya want you to know?
Freya may want you to know that you have to consider some sacrifices in order to achieve the love life you're hoping for. There are things you may have to give up, even if they're only just mental attitudes within yourself, but they could also be other things too. Maybe, it's Freya and, that's the Norse pantheon, and sometimes Odin and the pantheon suggest a particular quest or a particular challenge. So you may have to do your own sense of intuition to figure out what that challenge is to you that Freya may want you to understand.
This is a time Freya wants you to look at the bigger picture of things in your life right now. Don't just dwell on the simple small things. Look at the big picture. Take some time to really evaluate maybe long range goals, maybe just where you are right now in perspective to where you've been and where you want to be. Broader perspective of things right now in your life.
And the key words on this particular deck, and I love this deck so much, are transcend, evolve. So Freya could ultimately be saying that in terms of your love life, you need to transcend whatever conditions or limitations
It's about love life.
Yes, I've said that several times, that you yourself may have put there or have there.
That doesn't change a whit for me.
It's true.
So basically, look at the broader picture in your love life of just where you were, where you are, and where you want to see yourself in the future. Why is that important?
The 8 of Coins, because you can work with others, you can manage and do good work in this regard. It's important because once you learn how to transcend those limitations or how to evolve in that sense of, your love life, what you feel from it or what you want from it, it sort of releases you to finding that there is significant work for you to do, but it will bring knowledge and insight. That's the keywords at the bottom of that one. That's why it's important.
This Crow Magic Tarot.
You love it too.
Sorta. Well, I will say this. Looking at the broader picture of where you want to be, where you are now, if you want things to change, you gotta work on it, right? Freya's saying, hey, what do you think this is? There's no lazy way to get to where you want to be. If you want to bring something positive and good into your life, a relationship that matters, you got to work for it.
And I don't know if you can see it, but there are titles on the books. One says Edgar Allan Poe. One says Crow's Magic. And some other ones too. The medicine cards, the Encyclopedia of Tarot. So, of course, knowledge. So finally, where is this leading to?
Where will this lead?
And it's the High Priestess reversed. I'm going to let you tackle that one.
He leaves the hard one for me. All right, so what this is saying is where things are headed right now is cloudy, It's almost as if, until you really put in the effort to get to where you want to be in your love life, Freya is saying the future is kind of cloudy where things are going. It's up to you to really examine this and determine what you need to work on, what you need to do to make something happen.
Freya knows that you can be this person. Yeah. It says underneath seer, seer and necromancer. Well, I don't know if you want to raise the dead unless, of course, that's your love life. Just kidding. But Freya knows you can be better. You have to choose that. What you got?
I didn't look at these in advance when I said everything is cloudy.
The clouds. The letter. Special Bat Express.
So, when I look at the Lenormand too, it seems to me that you feel confused. You're not sure what you need to do. It's not always easy, for single people to put out a what are you supposed to do? Put out a letter, help wanted, relationship wanted, to attract what you want.
And yet people did that.
And people do that. It is true. You could go to what are the names of these places? Social media.
Oh, we shouldn't talk about those.
I know, but I'm just saying you could hang your heart there, and you could say, hey, I'm single, I'm looking for someone. So it's kind of like right now trying to figure out how to get the message out there, how to get yourself noticed, by others is the key and is the trick here, and what just seems to be maybe a little bit confusing to you. You might think, well, I'm on social media, people see me, I'm showing who I am, I'm showing parts of myself out there. Why isn't anything happening?
I think Freya has given us enough clues here to suggest that maybe what the letter in the clouds really means here is that too much advertising of your intention will only cloud the issue.
Oh.
And that maybe your best recourse is not to necessarily do that. I'm not saying not to do that in social media, but that the message or the message that you are sending out will maybe only be confusing, or will be confusing to those who maybe don't understand what you're really looking for.
So are you saying then to work behind the scenes?
Maybe. The High Priestess might say that.
Oh.
I don't know.
Boy, this was a weird one, Kara. Freya just wants you to really think about it all. Put it all into perspective. Do you have to rush anything right now? Anything that's worth waiting for is worth working on, over time. So maybe that's part of the message here for you right now.
Alrighty.
Wish you luck with that.
Good luck, Kara. You'll always have Sunny. He's your twin flame,
Sunny is here for you. Aren't you?
You're welcome.
Yes, he is.
And Freya says, don't forget to watch my emotional exchanges.
Yes, he is.
So that means that Foxy Empress is up. What is Foxy's intuition trying to tell them about their love life right now?
Okay. All right, so that would be my reading.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's your deck.
And this is yours.
Mm-hmm.
What haven't I used yet? The Golden Girls. You silly. You know you are. You know you are. Say hi to Kara. Say hi to Kara. Say hi, Kara. He's just purring away here.
I can hear him from over here, and sometimes I don't usually hear him.
Yeah, he's loud.
He's loud tonight. She's talking to you, Sonny. Say hi to Kara.
Say hi. Say hi again. Come on. Come on. Lift that paw. There you go.
Yep, it's pretty audible, isn't it, Violet?
You silly. You know you are. All right. All right, let's see what's going on here with the intuition. What is your intuition trying to tell you about your love life right now? It's the King of Wands upright. So is there somebody in your life right now you are interested in? I don't know. This could be a person like that. This could also just be saying that your intuition is telling you that this is a time to really light that fire, whether you're interested in somebody, you've caught somebody's eye, or somebody's got your eye, basically. This is a time to really make yourself visible, make yourself present, put yourself out there. Shamelessly almost. No, the King of Wands is somebody who is out there and fearless, and courageous in their pursuit of what they desire.
Well, I think your intuition is telling you to be the charm master. The King of Wands sort of represents the head point of charismatic focus or ability, the person who can conquer almost anything by their charm, by their willingness to really show the best always. It's a charm factor. So I think your intuition says what's coming to you, or that's what you need to realize, that you have major charm at this time.
So if there is somebody, this card is very interesting to me. Why is that important? Because the moon is reversed here. And I feel like something's about to be revealed to you. Is somebody going to reveal their true intentions, for better or worse? It looks as though, or are you just finally going to see somebody in a different light? It's interesting, but there are revelations coming to you. And maybe it is your intuition trying to tell you something, that this is time to strike while you can.
Well, the moon is totally about intuition, and in this position suggests your intuition is working for you, helping you discover things. And so I think it's important that you exemplify your charm factor, your ability to really move and be accessible to people, and to have people feel you are accessible to them. And it's important because through that process, you may intuit yourself towards the one, or at least a one.
And if there is a particular somebody you are wondering about, then wonder not much longer, because I think things are going to be revealed.
So where does this lead?
Where is this leading?
Crash and burn?
Crash and burn.
Oh, Three of Swords.
I just don't know if it's Mercury retrograde or what. What the heck? So we got the Three of Swords here.
Maybe this is saying, too, of course, that, your intuition will lead you to understand what are the things that really will break your heart. That understanding, in the future sense, who is there to break your heart, who is there to not make you happy, could be where this leads to. Understanding your intuition as regards your love life means not taking a chance on dubious or fake or iffy personalities.
Well, if it is about a particular person, I have to say that you may not be happy with what you find out. It may bring some sadness, some sorrow, some disappointment, at the very least, some disappointment. So I'm not feeling really good about this ending here. Everything else looked okay. And it looks like you have something interesting
Something
there.
is better here in the Lenormand, perhaps. First, we have the lily, and it is influenced by the stork, who has returned yet again to say newness happens. So I think what this is saying is that, this experience that you are going through now with the intuition, kind of guiding you along, will make you realize that something new for you will be the sense of evolving personally to maybe understand that intuition as it regards your love life process, but maybe to peel back a layer and say, well, some things are just going to be the way they are, and ultimately you have to evolve. I'm not saying you're not evolved, but you have to evolve more your own ideas about relationships and where your intuition fits in with them.
I feel here that ultimately what this might lead to is, a new beginning, a growth spurt that will happen here. Something, it seems to me, could be coming to an end or bringing you some sorrow. Maybe something does not work out with a hoped for relationship, does not happen, or it gets cut off. But out of this, I feel that there is growth and something new will develop that would be more lasting. It has more longevity attached to it. It's really weird here. Now, if it may be too, I don't know if, let's say, for example, you've just broken up with somebody, for example, out of this, I feel something new is going to develop. Your intuition is probably telling you that, whatever sorrows you may face, in love and romance at this time, they will be, they won't be wiped away, but they will be the precursor. You're going to undertake this, and you're going to have to realize this before something new and growthful really happens or develops for you.
All right.
That's what I see with these cards. This is truly a odd reading. I would also say this. If it's a matter of you getting out there to find somebody new, to be seeking out something, it's not always easy. And sometimes the path there is long, or it just seems like it's difficult and depressing. It could be that too. But I feel there's a new beginning coming. There is something that will happen, and it will be more long term. So
your intuition could be saying that although you're finding out things important about your love life, you still may be finding out things that are working against it, and that it's best that you try to evolve your own ideas about what you're looking for in a relationship, or how you approach a relationship, or the reality of how relationships really are. We can't always have everything that we dream of necessarily. A relationship is two people. It has to kind of find where the mutuality is.
Mercury retrograde can be really tricky, intuitive time too. So I would just suggest to you to think things through. You might be getting some things through your intuition, but really also look at the facts. Sometimes when the moon is reversed, it's talking about seeing things as they truly are, and looking at things in reality as opposed to maybe what your gut is trying to tell you. That's what we have for you. Are you holding that up for me? That was so true. He's like timing me. Oh my God.
Well, you do have the gift of gab at times.
I do. But you know, if it's a complicated reading, I'm going to spend a little more time on it, Mr. O.
All right, Mrs. O.
I hope you got something out of that because I felt a little bit fuzzy about this one.
So it looks
Wish you
like
luck with that.
Sab is up. Sab or Sab, however that's pronounced.
Hi, Sab.
And I will probably work with the Cat Tarot.
Your higher self wants you to know right now. That's a great question.
I'm going to work with the Dark Tarot. For that.
And you see the question, right?
Yes, I do.
So how do you want to do it?
It's up to you.
It would be my reading, wouldn't it?
It would.
All right. I was just testing you.
You are testy, that's for sure. We're fine. I hope you are too. Thanks for asking.
I'm doing okay. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow for something that we've been working on, a little problem I have. I'm hoping that he'll just still want me to keep the course for now, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so what does your higher self want you to know right now? And it's the upright Two of Pentacles. Your higher self acknowledges that you have some things you have to work on, mostly in sense of balance, that there may be different factors in your life that are not as balanced and need to find that balance. It could be the problems between a work life and a romantic or family life, or a school life and a work life, or a home life and a focus on friends life. All those things maybe are competing for prominence in your life, but your higher self says you have to balance them, possibly meter this out and decide where the equalness is between them, because that's probably important for you to have an equalness in these aspects of your life.
Where's that timer? No, I'm just kidding. Well, how you make me feel. You make me feel. Okay, so what does your higher self want you to know? Your higher self wants you to know that balance can be achieved, you know. It's essential right now. I feel that, you know, you might be feeling like you're juggling a lot of things, and sometimes it's hard to keep it together. Your higher self wants you to know that you can do this.
Just wanted to say, Tidal Wave, you're not late. We can definitely add you to the list.
You are late today, but you're not too late today because the list is short.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I wanted Tidal to hear that.
Yeah.
All right. Back to you.
I think we can still do it, Tidal. So that's basically it. It's basically that balance is important right now in your life, and you can do this. Why is that important?
And it's that Six of Cups reversed again.
What?
Oh!
Well, gosh, how is that going to work?
Maybe the things that are needing you to work balance are things that maybe come from the past, not necessarily deep past, recent past, but bring you a sense of some sort of unfulfillment or sorrow, or things that, you know, interactions with people maybe caused emotional sense. Balancing these out would help you with that.
I've got it. I think this past card is here. Why is this important about the balance? I think your higher self also wants you to know that you can't do things in the same old way and expect, you know, different results. In other words, if the same old things you've been doing are causing, you know, you to struggle a little bit with balance issues, you know, they want you to consider alternatives, you know, not doing things that maybe have caused imbalances in your past.
All right. And thank you for saying that too, Saab, that it's resonating. Thank you.
And where is this leading?
And it's the reversed Eight of Cups.
Well, That's interesting too,
Yes,
isn't
yes.
it? Because they kind of tie together here. But I also think so maybe there is something from your past here as well that you have to finish something you started, something that's been left unfinished, and your higher self wants you to complete it. But they want you to maintain balance, and they say you can do this, okay? So you may be juggling a lot right now, but maybe why this is important is there's still something from your past that needs to be finished up, taken care of before you can move forward.
It could be that this thing from the past, the situation, is at the core of why you need to find that balance, why your higher self says you need to have that balance. And it probably relates to something in the past that maybe disrupted or changed or altered, emotional relationships or situations between people.
Or some situations.
Mm-hmm. So what do you got there? The sun. The garden. I think your higher self says it could be really, something that will smooth out, that maybe this involves an aspect of you in the public, how you are perceived in a community or in a situation that's a little larger than yourself. Could be your family, could be your friends, could be your coworkers, people in your church or things like that. But how you perceive yourself will, or how you move in those realms, can bring you a lot of happiness, can bring you knowledge or information that you might be looking for, can bring success.
I see. Last year of college, too. Well, you know what? This definitely could involve other people or a bigger community, like, a campus community. There is success coming to you, there is success coming. And I feel here that that's sort of like where things are headed is if you can complete, I love this, if you can complete your degree, out in the world, okay, the world community, you will be successful, So you have to finish what you started. And in a sense, this definitely does talk about your, your final college goals here,
It's so hard to maintain that balance. I was not as successful as a college student as most other people are. And some of that was the balance. I couldn't find a way to balance other things going on in my life with the idea of that discipline I needed. This is probably directly speaking to that too, in a way.
Well, I was like a Two of Pentacles reversed. I was a chaotic student. But there was a lot of chaos in my life when I went back for my master's and to finish my bachelor's degree. A lot of chaos, and which he knows very well. And so the thing is that, you have it upright. So your higher self is telling you, you've got this. You just need to finish what you've started, and you'll go out there and be successful. Wow.
Good one.
That's awesome.
We wish you the best.
So really like that. Good luck with that.
So Lady Luck has also joined us besides Tidal Wave.
Oh, Lady Luck.
But
Lucky
we're gonna-
Luck. Lucky Luck.
Whoops, I'm sorry. Lucky Luck. But
Hi, Lucky Luck. We'll add Lucky Luck.
We did.
And I think, let's see, it's 8:29. Well, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. I would just say if one more person comes in, Violet, let's close it at that. But maybe we should close it now. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
So Alicia is up.
Hey, thank you very
You're
much,
welcome.
Sub. I hope you have a great weekend, too. Do make sure you have plenty of downtime while you're doing all this college work.
And there's Alicia's question.
What is the Pisces' intentions towards me? Okay. Go back to you. Okay.
I plugged my show enough, so now I'm going to plug Banshee Show. The
Yay!
material matters.
Oh, it's about time.
10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. And it's always time to have fun because we're there live in our chat room for the pre-recorded show, sharing coffee and laughs and whatever else we can about the reading. So see that on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right.
Hey, Lady Lucky Luck. My bad eye says Lady Luck, but it's Lucky Luck. I like that.
I like them both.
Yes.
Could use a little Lady Luck here.
Okay, so what is Pisces' intentions? Is this just 3 cards?
Yes.
All right.
Well, this is not bad. It's the Four of Wands reversed. I'll take it.
Thank you, Lucky Luck. But now I got it in my head, so I don't think that's as likely. So what is that? The Four of Wands reversed?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Nice. All right.
We have another 4. It's the Four of Pentacles upright. We have the Five of Wands upright.
Okay, I was good up until that one. I sort of thought
I know.
like they.
Oh, you want to go ahead? Yeah, go ahead.
They have an idea of some sort of foundation to build with you, some sort of life to have with you, but they want you all to themselves. Maybe they don't want to share you, or maybe there's something else there about their nature of being possessive. But I think it's in relationship to your question, perhaps. And then this one threw me off. The Five of Wands again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So
let's talk about that.
maybe they feel that, there will be competition in getting to be the one with you, that maybe they perceive you as having other fish in the sea that might be just as appealing to you, or that they might have to struggle with.
The Lenormand should be out there when we're reading those
All right.
two.
So first Lenormand is the rider, and second one is the dog. I'm going to buy me a dog, as the monkeys once said.
Well, now this gives me a little bit of perspective. So, but I still think I had perspective. I like what Mr. O says here. I think that there is this idea of potentially seeing something that could be built, a relationship or a foundation around you. They may be interested in you in a relationship kind of way. They are a little bit possessive. They also are maybe a little bit set in their ways, though, So they want things their way. They're kind of possessive, which could be a problem in a relationship, and it could cause some conflict. I think that basically there's a lot of ways you can read the Five of Wands, and they're not all bad. Oftentimes the Five of Wands can be about people who have their own ideas on how things should be done, and that might be the case here. That maybe there's a sense of, their intentions are, well, I want things this way, but maybe I realize that you do not, that this person does not. And so there could be some disagreements. There could also be some very constructive dialogue that's going on, depending on how the participants handle it in order to work things out. So if there have been any disagreements, work on constructive dialogue to try to see through them. And if there's not, and you're just wondering what this person is thinking, well, I think they're interested in you in some way, and they definitely want to own you. Is the best way to put it with the five. Another thing about the Five of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, the five. What is that again? The Four of Pentacles, is that they think you are someone of value. They value you. So right there, that's a positive. Yeah, and the dog, there's a loyalty here, and the rider, it feels as though maybe something could move from a friendship or companionship, or even like if you're coworkers or whatever, to something more, could move into something bigger.
I feel that the dog kind of tempers the idea of them being maybe possessive and saying that they're possessive in a way that they would feel a lot of loyalty towards you, so that even if this was a relationship long time in the running, there's a sense really that they are here to stick around and that they are only going to move closer to you. That's the writer. So I think ultimately this could end in a relationship if you're willing.
Okay, Mary the Aries is going to be, the list is closed now. You just made it, Mary. You really ought to get here sooner, but the bottom line is we had a short list tonight.
I already said this, you know.
Well, too bad. I'm saying it now. So at any rate, there's many ways to read these cards, and as I'm thinking intuitively now, looking at this, there is this sense of wanting to build something. There is a sense of they think highly of you. I really feel now, instead of maybe possessiveness, I'm feeling that there is some high regard they do feel, but they also understand that there may be some things that need to be worked out, you know. Maybe they recognize that you are a very strong individual as well, and that they're going to have to find ways to work out some things with you. But I have a feeling this is moving in a more, you know, in a direction towards something deeper than just a friendship, a companionship, or just somebody that you know. That's what I'm getting from these cards. I think it's pretty positive.
So
if
nice.
That's what you want.
If that's what you want, right.
So good luck with that.
Maybe fishy Pisces is not what you want. We don't know. But that's what we think they want.
Continue reaching out, I'd say. Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, the tarot's a snapshot in time, so, you know, things might change, but give it a shot.
And, you know, the dog just tells me that even if they end up just being more friends with you, they would be a really loyal friend.
Yeah.
So the relationship could take on a different form, possibly.
So good luck with that.
Alrighty. So, and of course, hi, Mary. And you're not the technical last because we always keep Mama Teresa at the end and then Violet at the very end.
Whatever.
Just
she's the last one we are adding to the list there.
Uh-huh. Okay, so now we are on Tidal Wave.
Yep.
Hey, Tidal Wave.
Hey, you're very welcome, Alicia.
And you are welcome.
Appreciate that insight, Mr. O.
Aw, thank you.
Okay, Tidal, what you got for us?
Absolutely. We can all use another friend. Oh, we get by with a little help from our friends. Oh, we're going to try with a little help from our friends. Do you need anybody? I want Mr. O to stop.
I was just going to sing that. I just want Mr. O to stop singing.
Tidal Wave asks, what do I need to know for September?
All right.
And I'm going to use...
Thank you, Alicia.
And I'm going to... Aw, thank you. But it might be nicer if you didn't have to hear the singing. What? She would say that.
Well, you live with it for 40 years, okay?
You lived through this.
40 plus years.
Thank you, Lucky Love. All right. So Tidal Wave has asked, what do you need to know in September?
I could almost do my reading for that. Do you want to?
Sure. And I am using the Cat People Tarot. So the first card, I like this in a way, is the Hermit reversed. So what you may need to know is that it's time to maybe come out of a shell, or it's time to maybe put aside deeper thoughts and sort of go for a little bit of mundane fun or mundane pleasure or focus.
Come out of that cave, Tidal. In September, it's time to have a little fun, socialize more, share things with others, share knowledge, wisdom, whatever. You know, support. Just go out and be visible. The world is waiting for you, Tidal. Come out of the cave and now meet the world head on. And so why is that important?
Well, it's important because judgment, which they call rejuvenation in this tarot.
And it's upright.
And it's upright.
Wow.
So coming out of a shell or coming sort of down from a lofty cloud is still going to leave you there in a way, because it's still going to be important for you to realize that you have a lot to share in this regard, that maybe you're coming out of your shell to really spread the process of your own personal rejuvenation, your interest in really, psychic matters or spiritual matters.
I just get the feeling that, come out of the cave, the world is waiting for you. It's time to shed the old skin, the old you, and come out, and greet the world with a fresh face, with a part of you that maybe people haven't seen before.
I love you, Tidal Wave. I love you. As a singer, keep singing.
Does anybody care about my interpretations today? Okay. So at any rate, title, basically coming out of that cave, coming out, showing the world a new side of you, a different side of you. They're waiting to, they're waiting for this.
Bingo.
Or maybe you are waiting to show them and reveal a different side of you. Where is this leading?
Peace and balance, temperance. Kind of like setting the stage for you to embrace love and universal peace, and within yourself as well as without yourself.
Wow, it's a really esoteric card for the end there. I would say that there's going to be more peace, harmony, and balance, when you reveal this new side, this other side of you that maybe, has always been there, and it's time to reawaken it. And others will appreciate it. There will be a sense of calm and tranquility in your relationships and in your dealings with others because of this. Wow, September sounds like a really positive month here for you. But let's not talk too soon here.
Oh, and how come I had to put those out right away, but you didn't?
Because we don't for my reading.
You just made that up.
No, we always have done that.
Alrighty.
But there was one reading we did today that was my reading that I wish we did put them out. So I'll have to reconsider that.
Alrighty.
In the future.
Okay, so you're getting on your broom too, I think, in September. Hey, it's almost Halloween, right? And oh man,
it's time to clean house. No, well, September is a good month for that. I definitely am in a house kind of purging mode. But the thing here is that the broom is saying sweep away. This is a time for you to sweep away the old skin. It's like I've said, sweep that away. It's time for you to reveal a different side of you, a different facet of you, and come out of that closet. But but don't when, like, if you're in my house here and you open a closet, a bunch of things might fall out on you. So beware, be careful of that.
Well, I would just say that maybe, considering that you asked about September and that there is this really kind of cosmic import here, that this is saying it's coming quick. You're moving towards that quickly. So
That's
September
true too.
will probably start off with a bang for you, no matter how you want to look at it.
So good luck with that. You can sing, Title, just not him.
Thanks, Tidal Wave. Happy September. I know we'll talk to you throughout September, but very much a happy September to you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And
You're
we're
welcome.
on Lucky Luck.
Football gear got you. Well, I'm not a football fan, so I'm not sure about that. But anyway, Lucky Luck has said, is there anything that Angel wants you to know?
Okay.
And for those who like it dark, I want to invite you to my Goth Tarot, Wednesdays at 8 a.m. We explore the shadow issues and philosophies of our life.
Look at how mysterious he looks there.
I just look intense, that's all. It's a 7-card reading exploring a lot of nuance, and then I give a shadow work and affirmation from the Earth and Bone Oracle, which is a splendid oracle set, has really nice affirmations. So come for the reading, stay for the affirmation.
Who bought you that wonderful deck?
That wonderful person, you.
I knew it was so for him.
Thank you. Is this your 3 card? Something Angel wants.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes. Ooh. Hey, we're starting with the Ace of Pentacles here. So what does the angel want you to know? That's what our first card is about. And what does angel want you to know? Is angel actually a person? I just want to make that clear. Is it like a spirit, guardian angel, or is this a person? Because that's kind of important, I think, here with this question. Or with this card.
Right. I mean, it could be, that if it's a person, they want the same thing as spirit does. But if spirit wants this angel spirit, it's even more dramatic, perhaps.
Well, it's the way that I'm going to
I see.
line things up. So, is angel an actual person, or is this a spirit? An angel. If you could let me know, Lucky Luck, before I continue.
Well, I'll just do a brief break and remind
Person.
everybody
It
that
is a person.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good to know that.
Well,
Your guardian. I see. Okay.
I think that, they want to start something with you. Now, I don't know if this is a relationship, if this is a project, if, this is a boss at work, but whatever the case may be, they feel like they want to start something with you.
I think Angel wants you to start something too, whether they're involved or not, and that it's probably, they want you to seek a job or expand yourself in your career or expand yourself in your ability to achieve prosperity.
Yes and no. I understand, and that's possible. But what I would say here is that Angel may want to grow a relationship with you of some sort. Whether it's a friendship, whether it's a partnership, a business partnership, whether it's, a romance. Because
They're the guardian.
Oh, your guardian. Oh,
I said that before too.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, not listening to me either. So, at any rate, they want the best for you, I feel here. They want to see you grow. They want to see you start something maybe up. Whether it is a business, whether it is something else in your life, to grow friendships. This is a card of growth. This is like the seed of an idea coming to fruition.
Why is it important?
The Emperor reversed.
I think they feel you need more control over your life. Even if they're a guardian, they want you to maybe, even if they're a guardian, they want you to maybe come into your own sense of mastery. I think also, too, that maybe they feel there are still things that they would tell you or impart to you, because any good emperor always takes the counsel of those around them. And so I think they're saying it's important because they still have some things to share with you, but they want you to maybe achieve your own sense of mastery.
I really like what he said there with the last line, achieving your own sense of mastery. They feel here that, if you are able to grow something, if you're able to start something up, whatever it is, maybe it's a creative project, goal, or pursuit. Maybe it's studies, maybe they're worried about you as a student, and they want you to have a really good start in life. And they feel here that, you need a little bit more control, a little bit more discipline, self-discipline in order to make that happen.
Where is this leading?
I like this. Now, I don't know if they're two...
It's the Four of Pentacles reversed.
Yeah, the Four of Pentacles reversed. I wonder here if this is saying because they want to be able to give you a little bit of space for you to grow and develop, on your own as well. They don't want to be totally a taskmaster here, and be telling you what to do all the time. They want you, to develop on your own. They maybe realize they have to loosen up a little bit here.
Angel feels you have a lot to give to the world or in other ways. Too. And I think that's where it's leading to, that Angel feels this mastery that goes through this process of beginning the work and then, understanding, what that card meant, in terms of learning control, will ultimately lead to you being able to give freely of yourself. And that's not like saying you're going to give money to Angel because of all the good, guardianship she did or anything like that. It's really about saying, you have a lot to give to the world, and Angel has probably always perceived this in some way and would want to encourage you in that direction.
Well, while I feel that may be true, it's not exactly what I was leaning on. I do feel here that they want to see you initiate and start some things. They want you to gain more mastery. They want you to also, complete your studies. Studies are happening, but, and what happens when you have the ace, I just want to say this, is it's a great beginning. Like maybe you're off to a good start in life, but it really is up to you where it goes from here. And they want you to realize that. And why is that important? Because you need to gain this mastery, and they need to maybe let you go at some point. They realize they have to let you go, and they want you to be able to do well.
Right, they want you to be self-sufficient. That's really the best takeaway there. Good point.
But what he had to say is perfectly valid.
Sure. So now we turn our attention to the Lenormand, and we have the mice.
Uh-oh.
And the birds.
He wonders, or the guardian angel wonders, if maybe there are some people, I don't know, if they're a little bit controlling of your social life a bit, but they're worried about some people that you might be surrounding yourself with, or that are around you, that could be maybe a not so great influence. And so they may be worried about that a little bit.
Right, and it kind of plays into, these other things that they want for you. They feel that maybe you could be around people who you should take with a grain of salt the things they say, the communication aspect, especially if maybe they're whittling away subtly or intended or unintended at your abilities to create mastery, by making, little things seem irritating and maybe throwing you off that path. So I think this is important to say too.
Yeah, and to me, this might be really more, they're just worried about people who might be causing you, Angel's worried about people who might be causing you some trouble.
Annoyances.
Annoyances.
Irritations.
Yeah, so be aware, that they're looking out for you, I think, as best they can. And hopefully they're not being too controlling, That's the only other thing I worry about that card there, but I think they generally have your best interest at heart from what I see here. So I wish you luck with that.
Good luck.
Luck with that. And
good luck, lucky luck.
Lucky luck.
Good luck, lucky luck.
Lucky luck doesn't need luck. Lucky luck is lucky.
That's right.
Mary the Aries, you are up.
And wants to know what's coming in September.
All right. That'll just be 3 cards, I think.
Alrighty. So this is your deck.
Let's keep it open. Oh, yeah,
And,
thank you. Your deck, then.
I'm going to use Crow's Magic again.
Okay.
Thank
And then Mama
you.
T and Violet Lotus.
You're
And we are
welcome.
done.
You're welcome.
Take care. Hope to see you again.
And of course, you can order your own special readings at our website, tfttarotfortoday.com. If you want even more insight, or if you want a personal Zoom meeting, or we have any variety of readings, tons, we can even customize them. And we're kind of inexpensive too. So check that out in our shop section at tfttarotfortoday.com.
Mr. O, I'm feeling incredibly warm in here.
I am not.
Huh.
I'm feeling hungry again. I don't know what's going on.
Huh.
What's coming towards Mary the Aries in September? First card. Five of Wands upright.
Okay.
So busy is what it sounds like. And then we have the Two of Swords. Busy and then waiting. I know these are brief. And then finally, the King of Coins. I think a picture is developing.
Two of Swords is upright.
They're all upright.
And the King of Coins. Well, here.
The Broom. Broom. And the Tree. Well, brooms are made from trees.
True that. Huh. So what's coming in September?
Busy. Five of Wands.
Five of Wands could be busy. Five of Wands could be conflict. Five of Wands could be just a lot of interactions with others.
It's a high energy card.
It's a high energy card. It could be constructive interactions. It might not be constructive interactions.
True that.
But considering some of the other cards here, I think it's pretty constructive. So you might be busy working with others on some projects or some goals, whether this is even with family, you know. The Two of Swords, though, on the other hand, it's kind of interesting. On the one hand, we have this high energy card, and on the other hand, we have this, well, I don't know what to do card. This card of kind of holding back and maybe not wanting to make a move at this time. There's like almost this impetus to do something, you know, and it could be involving others, but there's another that is wanting to take a wait-and-see attitude on things, you know, which is interesting to me. I'm going to stop there.
Well,
I
I'm
want
going
to
to
see
look.
what you're going
I'm
to
going
do
to look
with that.
towards the keywords at the bottom of that: symmetry and poise. And so sometimes we're in a stalemate or we're holding back, but at the same time, we still may be kind of aligning things to be in a sense of order and to be ready, poise. You know, sort of making ourselves ready for the moment. So whatever is maybe making us more active here or looking at our interactions with people, either way, we're also feeling that we have time to get things in order and not necessarily jump to conclusions or rush to certain activities before we really feel we're ready.
It may be, I'm kind of getting a picture here a little bit because we haven't really addressed
Right?
the king here, the King of Coins. And I almost feel here that there's something that needs to be decided in a business or material sense, either financial or business, you know, and it could be about organizational things. It could even be about organizing your finances or your business affairs right now, and really taking kind of a wait-and-see attitude. It may be because others are involved in this or in the decision-making process, and you're kind of holding back because you want to maybe see what others are going to be doing or deciding.
But ultimately, it looks like that process of waiting after, you know, taking the measure of what you're working with will lead you towards a sense of managing whatever this is, whether it's managing new job or new interactions with people at a job, anything like that. The King of Coins can often talk about somebody who's really good with organizing things and managing things. And so I think this is the flow here, is moving towards something, that you can really, organize and make your own, whether it's work or anything else.
Right. I was just going to say, if it's not business, it may have to do with a community organization, something you belong to. It could be something like that. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. I feel here, too, that, what do you make of the Lenormand, Mr. O? With the tree and the broom. I almost wonder if it isn't with family in some way.
Well, if there are health issues, I think that you're going to move through them quickly. But it is maybe about growth in a way, too, that somehow growth is going to pick up and move. Like this process may really move once you reach some sort of, point.
Yeah, the tree can mean a lot of things. It can mean family, ancestors. It can mean health. It can mean knowledge. And so now I'm thinking here that maybe things are going to start moving more swiftly and decisions can be made once you achieve the knowledge that you need to move things forward.
It really seems like it's a process that will take you through most of September. And with this being towards the latter part where it just kind of clicks and you realize, okay, I'm good to go. I can, consult the pilot and step on the gas.
Anything you want to do really during Mercury retrograde,
you should wait.
Well, that's why I'm saying maybe that's why that Two of Swords is there too. It's time to maybe hold back a bit till conditions are better. And people are communicating more constructively with one another. And, you'll be able to maybe, take the lead on something or be a part of the organizational process here.
I wasn't in the military, but I know they have a saying that's similar to what you just said, which is hurry up and wait. Be ready, but you're going to have to wait. So I think that's what we got for you.
Ice cream sandwich. Oh,
I know.
I have some soft, what is it called? Blue Bunny, soft, thin mint ice cream. But I'm not going to have any tonight. Not tonight. Oh, but you mentioned ice cream, and I'm thinking about it now.
So that's what we have.
That's what we have for you. I hope some of that makes sense for you, but definitely there's something you're going to be waiting on till you get more information. I think.
Maybe come back in a week or two or whenever and just say, okay, there's been a development and we could try it again.
Good luck with that, Mary.
Good luck, Mary.
We're on Mama T.
Hey, Mama T.
Then
I know you're probably not here, but I
Violas.
hope you do get back to the reading.
Did Mama T leave a message, Violet, or a
She wanted a general.
A general.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remembered.
Okay, my deck.
Yes. And we have just passed the hour, so we are officially closed, but we have been for a while. It's been a wonderful evening. Must be those full moon energies finally playing off. Yesterday was a little bit heady for me.
Yeah.
But today I feel like I've kind of settled into that.
Oreo cake stirs. What?
Uh-oh. You would tell us that.
Well,
Violet.
I have to say, we've been taking care of our son's cats, and he is in the vicinity of Detroit salsa. So I had to go in there and buy some salsa, some pico de gallo, and chips.
And I didn't want to tell you this, but that's what I was thinking of eating after the show.
I'm in.
I'm hungry.
I ate light after I cat sat.
You're welcome, Mary.
Nick's ice cream. Stop talking ice cream. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Well, that doesn't look very happy.
I know. We'll have to put a spin on it, eh?
Well, no, we will not put any spin on anything for Mama T. Mama T can take it. I know she
Well,
can.
it could be the way I want to interpret it anyway.
But let's see what the other cards say. General. The Seven of Swords upright. I like this. The Eight of Swords reversed.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ten of... Oh my gosh, Mama T, did you have the Ten of Cups reversed last time? That sounds very familiar to me. But you have it upright this time. I don't know if that was you or not, but at any rate, it is upright. And put those out there. That's okay. I think I got a picture.
So we have the coffin, and it's followed by the heart.
Okay. You're going to have to be pretty crafty. You know, the Seven of Swords is here. And say, be smart. You know, whatever you're doing. Don't play your cards too, don't be too vocal about your plans and your moves or whatever you're trying to do. Play your cards close to your chest. You don't want to cue people in too early on what you're really planning. But also, this card has come up because it is saying now is the time to be very, very clever in your planning. Basically, this card says you can do it. You have the smarts to figure out what your next moves or actions are going to be.
I get the sense, too, that because this is about your mental agility, that maybe something will present itself that will give you an idea of an opportunity to exploit. Maybe something that, you weren't necessarily supposed to know, not like a secret, but just something that kind of comes up and you realize that you can, kind of work that.
You know what? And that Eight of Swords reversed there, it's like you may have been feeling as though, you don't have what it takes to get out of circumstances that you are in, or you don't have what it takes to succeed in something that you want to do. But this card is showing the reality of the situation, that things may not, even if they look dire to you, they may not be as dire as they seem. You can work some magic here. If you play things smart, and if you seek out, whatever it is that you need to succeed, and carefully plan, you will be able to move past things that you feel have been blocking you.
Right. Blockages are just going to kind of reverse themselves, and it's probably mostly because of your doing about, you finding what I said was maybe exploiting some opportunity or some situation, something that you can really run with and maybe, make your own and pull yourself out of what's holding you back.
Now, it's not all roses in this reading, but this part is not bad. And I will say that final card there is showing a lot of love and harmony in your life, and also this could indicate a happy home life. Yeah. So I know what you're going through right now with your housing, but you may be able to find a solution there. That this is a card of a happy ending, and I sense that that's where all of this is leading. Smart moves, feeling empowered now to make those, or smart ideas, smart decisions, smart thoughts. You will be empowered to do them, and it will lead to a happy ending.
I think that's the best takeaway possible. We do, know about what's going on. So we do feel that really the end of this process finds you much happier and most likely within a new home or within a home you feel has love for you and that you can really relate to.
Let's talk about that because, I see a problem here. And what I'm seeing here with the heart and the coffin, something is coming to an end. I don't know that you have a lot of love, for example, for the place you live, but maybe there are certain things about it, the space you had, or, maybe the neighborhood, something about it, or something else in your life you may have to give up now, maybe coming to an end, and you'll have to give it up in order to achieve this happy ending. This might be part of, what you're going through to get there.
I think that these cards mean that you're going to love or really feel good about the way the bad things are ending.
Well, I'm okay.
Okay. Hey, I get to
I can't argue with that. I think that's definitely plausible. That's not my first impression. I would just say that sometimes we have to sacrifice something we love, whether it's a passion, a hobby, living conditions of certain sorts. There will have to be some changes. There will have to be things that come to an end, and that'll be a little bit disappointing. But overall, here, I see a very positive outcome, coming from something that comes to you, whether other people bring you this knowledge or information that you need that's going to empower you, it's going to happen. So I wish you luck with that, Mama T.
Good luck, Mama T.
Good luck. Hey, Violet.
All right, Violet.
All right. All right. And it's going to be Mr. O's deck.
Unless Violet asks for one of yours.
Okay, well, there is that. Oh, yeah, shoot. Let's find out. You unconsciously blocking yourself? If so, how and why? Let's see what the cards say.
I'm going to use Tarot of the Cat People.
Okay.
Meow. Oh, she wants one of yours.
Oh! Okay.
Rats! It's okay. It's okay. Pick the nastiest deck you have, dear.
Well, I was going to go with the Golden Girls, but I like my pretty deck. I like my pretty
It's okay,
deck.
Violet. I'm just teasing. You know me.
The Unfolding Path. Now, just say if things seem cloudy, maybe we'll add a yes, no on the end of that. But let's see what we get.
Well, this is interesting.
I haven't seen it. Oh.
The writer.
Oh, shh. Shh. He gave it away. Well, it's the Seven of Wands upright.
Stunning. I love that image.
The Nine of Cups reversed. Ah. We may want to do a yes, no, but I think this is going to be interesting. The Hierophant reversed. Let's throw those Lenormand out there, since you said one already anyway.
The child was followed by the writer.
Well, from these three cards, at least looking at that first card, it seems as though, you have a lot of things that are trying to bring you down, Violet Lotus, all these things here, but you are holding your own. It does act like maybe you aren't blocking yourself, but there are things that are trying to bring you down. Are they spiritual?
Well,
Are they
maybe the blocks are external in some form.
they're not
blocks
coming
within
from
yourself.
Yeah, that could be exactly what that's saying. I like that. Do you want to move forward on that?
You mean to the next card?
Well, I don't know. You have anything to add there?
Well, I wonder if, this is a spiritual testing coming from the other realms, and that although you have spiritual partners, you've named several of them to us, this could be saying that there are others who maybe possibly are setting up challenges for you, or they are the people who you work with who feel like these blocks they're giving you are to even more advance your abilities, because their blocks would be considerable compared to your own, perhaps.
And so what's interesting here is even though you seem to be above the fray, you're still not accomplishing what you had hoped for or desired, you know? It seems as though success or fulfillment is eluding you at this time. Am I right?
Right. And so it could just be because you mostly have felt that the blocks are within you, but they're not.
I'm wondering.
And so therefore, you've been unhappy because you feel you're the problem, something inside of you, but that's not necessarily true.
And so where is this? I mean, that's not where it's heading. So what about this card? Is that the Hierophant I said, right? Reversed? So
Yes.
I think what this is saying is that, you may have to take a real unconventional approach to solving this. And also because I almost want to say what I said for that Six of Cups earlier today, is that my impression is that, you're not going to be able to look at these things in the same manner as you have. You have to take a different approach to what is blocking you.
I feel another song coming.
Oh no!
It's Prince. Let's go crazy. So that is the idea, though, that there's something unconventional that you probably need to embrace. You need to challenge yourself. Maybe the external blocks are there to make you realize that they are what they are, and you can always rise above them. So maybe they're external blocks, but they still result in the idea of you kind of turning that wheel in your head and saying, what do I need to do to break that mold? And that could just be the meaning of that card too, is breaking the mold of what is conventional.
I like where we're going with this, but on the other hand, I'm not going to rule out that they aren't internal or that some of them are. It's as if you might be struggling against yourself here. I'm not going to rule that out. And that's why maybe this unconventional approach is needed. And what I see happening here, though, Violet, I have a little bit of bad news here for you, in that with the writer and the child in the positions that they are, I almost feel like this is going to be a little bit of a slow crawl to try to get to the bottom of this. But it might be in your best interest to take the time needed to do so. Now, what I would suggest is, just for the heck of it, let's do this yes-no and see what it says. So let's keep the child and the rider out, but give me those, and we'll do a yes-no. I'm going to have you shuffle first and hand them back to me, and I'll cut them. But I'll count them.
You be the counter.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, really. So, yeah, I'm sorry about the slowness. We Aries, we do not like to hear that. So.
But why am I always waiting for you?
Because I have so much Taurus in my...
Okay.
Well,
the Taurus explains a lot of things, too. The manic card buying.
Indulgent much? Even a Speedy Gonzalez Aries have to slow down once in a while, Violet. Just has to happen.
Oh.
But not my deck buying.
Oh, I am so sorry for yawning, everybody.
Well, we are almost there, Mr. O.
And nachos await.
Yeah, you're tired, but you're not too tired to eat.
Nachos.
All right, let's see what we have. I picked him up. I saw you were busy there.
I see. Thank you, Violet, for everything you do. Adding some fun to our proceedings. Not that we couldn't do it too, but
Well, okay.
yours is icing on the cake.
I basically was asking, the way you did, if you are blocking yourself, and it's leaning towards no. So our first instincts may have been right on that you're not blocking yourself. The first card drawn, though, was the Knight of Swords reversed. And then we had the Ace of Pentacles there. It's reversed, but it's just telling us it's leaning towards no. You have two knights here, and this is so you. Look, it's that speedy Knight of Wands.
Well, this is kind of interesting.
Upright.
It's kind of interesting because maybe that Knight of Swords reversed sort of says that you still haven't resolved your sense of confidence or drive of some sort to really push you towards this, that maybe the block, externally or not, comes from the idea that maybe you're not totally down with pushing forward in some respect.
This is tough to read a little bit in relation to the question, but I think that I could be saying one of two things here. The decisions or moves you make, if you want to go fast, you have to make sure you have clarity, that you are clear of thoughts, that you are clear of impediments, that these obstacles or things that are blocking you externally are taken care of in an appropriate manner before you forge ahead. It seems to me that there's success for you forging ahead if, you don't recklessly try to without clearing what's wrong.
Bingo. Go fast if you need to, press forward with speed, but don't be reckless. That's the Knight of Swords reverse too. Reckless or rushing without reason.
This is such a funny reading because we have that admonition here and here. And then look, you have the rider and the child. The rider is about movement. The child is about slowness. So the whole thing is just a little bit of contradiction here. But I would say to you that I think you should keep moving on this and you should keep trying. But this is not a race to the finish line. Make sure you have thought of everything and make sure you give careful thought to what you feel could be blocking you. These externals. Do meditation. Do things really on. I know you have been. I know you've been doing a lot of self-work, but this is saying don't stop. This is saying really don't stop because this is an ongoing process for a while to remove all the blocks. And I think you will see some success, but for now, you're just not feeling that Nine of Cups upright that you really want,
In my previous career, I often had to train assistants to do a variety of tasks, and everyone else in that company was like, da-da-da. And I would say, I want it done well, not fast. And that's the point, is focus on the quality and not on how quickly you're getting there.
Yeah, I know. You need to figure out what it is that's blocking you, and I'm not completely sure, we see it here. All I know is that I'm pretty convinced now that it is some external factors that are blocking you.
Yeah.
It's not internal so much. But it could be affecting you.
Well, I wonder if it's still the idea that externals are there to test you. So that's why it's a quasi, you and everyone else too. Don't know.
Wow. Well, we'll have to delve more into this, Violet. Good luck with that. Interesting readings, though.
So I want to thank everybody for coming. I noticed we have 2 new subscribers.
Yay!
Thank you. Don't forget to watch my show tomorrow morning or Banshee's show on Sunday morning, or even, I can't find it.
What?
I'm looking for it. Well, you could also watch Your Weird Week. Oh, well, I'm getting redundant here.
You could also come to Happy Hour and be happy.
I can't find it.
Oh.
I thought it was here, but I can't see it. Sorry.
That's
so let's
okay.
just close.
All All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're going to cut him off right now before he sings a song, like the party's over. All right. Hey, take care. Have a great week.